They're like mad toxic. Like no wonder why everyone's getting cancer. We're like just a bunch of science experiments.
All right,
it's fucked.
All right, we're live, and I agree with you. I started watching that last night. It was tripping me out. Let me make sure this is shared.
All right.
That's the thing I gotta do. So the live stream goes first, and then we'll start it in at the end.
Yeah.
Nice, we're there. Hello to humans out there.
What? So we're watching ourselves on YouTube, right?
Yeah. You hear? No,
It's lagging now.
Yeah, there's a lag. It's live, but it's a second live. Second later live. Alright, so that's going. Let me just hit this. That's rolling. That's good to know.
Do I face you or do I face the camera?
Whatever one you want to. Whatever. You can talk there, or we can talk here. Let me just share it first so we have it up.
So
people can peep it. If I can figure out how to do that. I think it's right here.
It's too nice, dude. No one's watching this shit. They're outside.
Hopefully they're out shredding. That'd be sick. I skated last night. I'm like kind of sore. I've been skating a lot lately.
Where'd
actually.
you go?
The Edge.
Oh.
Where else are you gonna go?
Yeah, true.
Although it's nice today, right?
Yeah, I guess it did rain yesterday, for sure.
Let me see if this is gonna work. Did it rain yesterday? Yeah, yesterday was rain. You remember?
It's all.
Look at
it's all
bro, bro.
I swear, once this time of year comes, it's just like every day is the same.
Son of a bitch.
But then you'll have days like this where it's like real warm out of nowhere, throws you off.
Today is ridiculous.
Yeah.
What's the date today? The 28th?
9th.
29th, and it's like 50 degrees out at least.
Yeah.
You think? Gotta be.
Yeah, it was like 52, I think my truck said when I was coming here.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, it is ridiculous.
Is that normal? Are you an expert in weather?
No. But I feel like it does, like, I think New England in general, just like, you never know what's going to happen, really.
Yeah.
Right? It's like fucking, it'll be like 65, and then the next day it'll be like 20 and like snowing or something.
Such as New England.
Yeah.
Alright. We're good.
Oh, shit.
Oh, dude. I wasn't paying attention at all. I was like putting the live stream up, and then now your phone rings. I'm pissed. I'm pissed, bro.
Let's get this rolling. Like, are we started?
Yeah, we're good. Let's talk it out, brother. Cheers. Do you have
Cheers.
coffee?
Yeah, Dunkin's.
This is an early podcast for me.
Is it? I was
Right
going to
now,
tell you
kinda.
earlier, but I figured, like...
Really? You like it? Let's start there. You're an early... I mean, I guess because the cranberries, right?
I'm not really, like, early riser, but I, like, if there's, like, some shit I, like, gotta do, I'd like to, like, just get it done and then, like, have the rest of the day.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
What's the average time you wake up? Don't lie. No pressure.
Like 7:30.
Holy shit! Every day?
Well, I have like a 2.5.
Good for you, bro.
A 2.5-year-old. But
oh yeah, that's true.
Actually, it's I kind of stay in bed a little longer though. She'll get up, and my wife's like more of like a early riser than I am. So
really earlier than 7? Say 7 o'clock.
Yeah, sometimes like Pippa will get up between 6 and 7. So
nice.
Like every day jumping. Like she literally like she sleeps like in the middle between us, and it's like she'll open her eyes, wake up, stand up, and just jump, and then like fall back in the bed. It's like it's this whole thing that
you're fucking up then. Right?
Yeah, like it's crazy how she just immediately wakes up and just like pops right up, and like
the hype is real.
Yeah, like once she wakes up, she's just up. It's crazy. So, but
how old is she now?
2.5.
Wow.
Yeah.
Terrible twos. Any truth?
A little bit, but she's like pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think she's like. She has her like moments, but she's just a kid. She doesn't know.
Well, that's just an expression, right? People just
say
it, like,
they don't know what they're doing. She's been talking a lot though. Like that's pretty cool because you know, before that it's just like whining to try to get shit, you know. But like, cause like you know, it's like this frustrating stage. Of, like you're like trying to figure out what they want and they don't know how to like.
What's her language skills at? How many words she got? More than me?
Just about the same.
I think you son of a bitch. That was an easy one. I softballed that one too. Yeah. God damn it.
Nah, she I don't know, she can kind of like lately she can repeat anything you're saying.
That's
so like, and it's like more or less like a sentence, you know, like, and you can tell like even if she's not like really like pronouncing it, she's like
got it.
She's like trying, yeah, and it's like it's getting better like daily. It's crazy. Like once they start learning something, it's insane how fast like I guess like people learn shit.
Yeah, kids are super bright usually.
Yeah.
Like if you just give them the benefit of the doubt, they exceed you usually.
Yeah,
At least in my impression, yeah. My niece is like that. Like she's super. I'm not even sure how old Raven is. She's got to be like 8 or 9, but super athletic and like always like gnarlier than I can imagine. I'm like, what? I think of her as like a brittle thing at first, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
But she's not. She's like kung fu master, dude. She likes to. You want some coffee? You got some?
Real, yeah.
It's warm, dude. It'll keep you a little warm in there.
Should I just do this?
Yeah.
One. Fancy. Like
you only got one. You only got one kid, right?
Oh, I got 2. Well, not 2 yet, but I have another one on the way.
A loaf of bread in the oven, you're saying?
Yeah, a loaf of bread for sure. Fucking
girl, boy.
Full bun. Another girl.
Wow.
Yeah.
Double time, baby.
Yeah.
Double time.
I know. It's gonna be hectic, but it's
It's gonna be hectic.
My brother's having a kid too.
Wow.
Yeah.
The Westgates are fertile.
Yeah, dude. We're just firing them out.
Tie a knot in that thing, bro.
Yeah.
Yup.
Yeah.
Good for you guys.
Yeah, no, I'm hyped.
Yeah.
Definitely stoked.
Steady.
Hyped on like just having I think 2 of the same, just because it's like we already have like all the girl shit, and it's just easier, you know. It's like then I don't have to like figure out how to deal with like a little boy. It's just like, oh, I've already went through like having a little girl, so it's like I'm excited just to like keep it the same a little bit.
You're prepared.
Yeah, I feel a little bit
more prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say, and I might be a fucking asshole, and I am. I mean, not I might be. I definitely am. They say that it gets easier, right? Like because you just
Well, I think it's like anything. Like
practice,
once you've gone through it, like you kind of have like an idea. But every kid's different, you know. So it's like
you're practicing a lot, man.
Yeah. Oh, for what? Like making the baby?
Well, no, you got that down all day. But I mean, like once you have one, you've
dude,
already
got. Dude, it was
crazy.
like for Pippa, it took us like it was like not that easy. And then for the second one, this new one, it was like, dude, it was like, damn.
To make it happen?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoever's letting you have kids was like, he's got it. And he's like, give him another one.
Straight shot in.
He figured it out. Choo choo. That's sick. I mean, that's a normal thing, right? People have kids.
Yeah. I don't know. It's cool to see like you and your wife, you know, and then like to like, I don't know. I just feel like I like take a little pride in just like raising our kid like the way that we want. Like, I guess everybody does, you know, but it's just cool to like the world's so fucked that I feel like not that I'm like changing the world or anything, but it's like at least I can like try to help like create a better person or something, you know.
Dude, agreed.
Yeah.
It's crazy because like when you're coming up and you're learning and stuff, it's like you want to make a difference in the world, and it's like most people or a lot of people will just forget that like the way to change the world is through changing yourself, you know, like so like that's like part of learning about yourself and figuring out that you're powerful, but you're powerful in the fact that you have your senses and you can impact the world for good or bad. And you could like, but a lot of times we gotta look inward because we're growing, so we make like tons of mistakes and we're just like young kids, and like when you're young you're like, I want to do all this stuff, and it's like, yeah, you do, but you gotta look inward and make sure you stop making all the same mistakes and like you can change your own life, you know what I mean? Like you can go around preaching to everybody to do something and fix it, but the one life for sure you can impact is your own life, because you can change your own thoughts. You can open your mind up to other things, or you can reflect and be like, oh, I've made mistakes. But with a kid, it's like you're directly helping that kid into the world and like guiding it. And,
I mean,
you're responsible for that child's experience.
They're like up to their own devices once
18,
they get to a certain point.
16,
it's like before
15,
that, you know. It's
12,
like kids do what
8,
they want.
Yeah.
I don't know.
5, they can come to the skate park at 5, I think.
Yeah.
And they're all pretty good at 5.
Yeah, definitely.
Where'd the name Pippa come from?
There's this.
I know you told me before.
Yeah, I think it's a Stephen King movie or something. It's like one. You know that guy that makes those like creepy like devil movies. Yeah. I think it's like that.
He sounds nothing like that, but he's from Maine, a great writer, right?
I don't know much about him, but Storm of the Century. It takes place on like, it's like a New England vibe like type. Almost like Martha's Vineyard or something. It's like these people on this island, they get snowed in. Yeah. And the whole thing is like the devil's like getting old and like he's trying to take one of their kids or whatever. Really? Yeah, it's like super creepy, but
what's the movie?
Storm of the Century.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's real long. My dad used to watch it forever, and then like randomly I was like, yeah, we should watch this movie like to my wife. And then there's this little girl in there and she gets her head stuck in the stair railing and her name was Pippa. And I liked it because like everyone around here is like, if you know, it's like Pippa, like everyone they don't pronounce their R's, so it's like
Pippa.
Yeah,
it works.
It works out.
Yeah, it's a good name for New England.
Everyone's always like, oh, you know, like, oh, that's weird, or they relate it to the queen of somebody or something, like some queen or something out there has like some kid named Pippa, but
spelled the same. I wonder.
Well, I have no idea,
Mm.
but people just refer to that. But we just got it from the
That's
Storm of the
sick.
Century movie.
It's
I
completely
just was
different.
like, I was like, damn, that's a cool name. I like that. And then my wife liked it too. And then when we had a kid, I just was we just ran with it. Yeah.
I've never even heard of that name prior.
Yeah.
Dude, look at Stephen King right now.
Oh damn, yeah. He's a
Holy
creep.
shit. He's a perfect guy to write horror movies. Look
like,
at him.
It looks like he has no nose at all.
He looks a little bit like, yeah, that photo might
He
just
has,
not
like,
be doing him justice,
2
right?
holes in his face.
That's not fair, bro. You're so evil, B. Let's see. Let's pull it up.
Yeah, I think that photo's just a bad photo. It looks like he has more of a nose.
Man, but he's... Look at that one, dude. That one right there is like... That smile is so creepy.
Yeah.
It makes sense that guy writes horror movies.
Yeah.
Are you ever read his books?
No.
No.
I mean, I only watched that movie because, like, when I was a kid, my dad watched it, like, a bunch of times. You know, back then it was, like, you just have, like, whatever on fucking VHS.
Yeah.
And, you know, my dad just sit there, like, Waterworld. That was another movie he
Mel
watched.
Gibson?
I think so.
He drinks his own urine.
Yeah.
He's on the boat and like they can't get fresh water and they have to like
Yep.
purify their own piss or something.
Yeah.
And,
I don't think it's Mel Gibson though. I feel
It's
like
Mel Gibson.
Is it? Look it up.
I'm looking it up. But let me look at Stephen King real quick. He was born on September 21st, 1947. When was the World War II? Wasn't it like 45, like that time? Crazy. Is an American author of horror, supernatural fiction. We all know this. Yeah, he killed it. But dude, creepy dude.
Yeah.
We'll have to look up his book after. Wait, what am I looking up now?
Waterworld.
Waterworld. It's for sure Mel Gibson, right?
It probably is. I don't know.
I'd never forget a hairy chest. He's got a hell of a hairy chest.
I guess it is, yeah.
I'm a hairy guy, so yeah. Wait, is that Mel Gibson? It's not Mel Gibson. I'm so wrong.
Yeah,
what an asshole.
He does.
What an asshole.
Yeah, because that's what I was thinking. It doesn't even look like Mel.
It's not. It's not Mel. It's I know his name though. Let's just look up. I typed in Mel Gibson.
He does drink his piss though, like on that boat.
Kevin Costner. Kevin Costner. Is that right? That's what it is.
I don't know. I don't know who that guy is, but.
Alright. Would you do that?
What?
Drink your own piss if it was purified?
I'd just drink it if I had to, yeah.
Have you ever done that? Don't lie.
No.
People are watching. This is important shit right now.
No, I've never done
No?
that. But I mean, I would. I think that's like, if I had to, I would, for sure. Do whatever.
Shout out Chris Tremblay. I think he might take a shot of his own piss before. Just too many drinks, having a good time, just like dare each other. I don't know if I actually
don't even think
did.
that's that bad. It's like your own piss.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
But it's coming out for a reason, babe.
It's in you anyway. What the fuck?
Nice. I've talked about you.
Someone told me like piss was like actually like really like sterile or like sanitary or something like that.
You can't.
I don't know.
You can't drink piss like regularly.
I don't know.
Can you drink pee? This is how dumb we are. We have to look up the internet. 2018. Can you drink pee? Healthy person's urine is about 95% water and sterile. So
Boom!
in the short term, but hold on. In the short term, it's safe to drink. And does replenish lost water, but the other 5% of the urine comprises a diverse collection of waste products, including nitrogen, potassium, and calcium, and too much of these can cause problems, bro.
Yeah, 5%. You can drink piss for a while.
Yeah,
I think
95%. If something's 95% good for you or decent for you, or not bad.
Yeah, they shit all the time. They're like, this kills 99.99% of germs or something. You know.
I mean, I might have to take a shot today, bro. I'll serve you up a little yellow licorice.
I'm only drinking my own.
The yellow diet. Look at the yellow diet. Is it good idea to drink urine when water is scarce? Oh, my wire on this thing is junk. Oh, man, it starts off a crazy article. I'm not reading that. Started off too crazy. Well, there you go.
95%.
That's
you're
not bad.
chilling. Like, if you have to, you can drink your piss for a while.
Yeah, that's not bad. Look at me. Oh, it's us. Nice. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about, we were talking about this earlier a little bit before we were recording, but I want to talk about pro shoes. Do you remember? Take me back to like a little bit before you got a pro shoe. Where were you at? What were you doing? What were you working on? Before your pro shoe, if you can remember.
Yeah, I think I just was,
Who were you riding for? Where were you? Any trips you remember?
I was riding for America. And then
how long had you been riding for America before you got a shoe?
I don't really know. When I quit America, I rode for America for like 12 years.
Really?
Yeah.
In total?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Thanks.
That's pretty legendary, right?
Yeah.
Fucking heavy, dude.
Long time, I know.
12 years,
that
that's a decade of your life, dude.
Really, like, I rode for Etnies, like, Flow for, like, a little bit before that, and then that was, like, the only shoe sponsor that I had.
I remember Etnies Flow.
New Balance.
Yeah, I remember you rocking those, like, on trips.
Yeah, it's the South 23s.
Yeah.
That was, like, the one that I would always, get.
So, what video parts did you...
I did, the State of Mind, like, Zoo one.
Yeah.
And then Stay Gold.
That was before you had a shoe?
Yeah.
I need you to put the timeline together for me because everything goes by so fast, right?
Yeah.
Do you have that problem?
I can't even fucking believe it. Yeah. I'm gonna be like 30. I'm gonna be 30 years old in February.
Shit.
I know.
Brandon's 30. What the fuck?
30. Yeah.
Dude.
I've been like I've had like a pro board for 10 or 11 years.
Yeah, that's insane.
Like 20 or like 19, 20, somewhere around there.
That's insane.
But yeah, I think those two parts, and then I don't know.
How did it happen? Do you remember? Like, were you thinking about it?
No,
like,
not really. Not at
how
all.
does that happen?
They just were like, yeah, like we want to give you a shoe, and I was like, what? Are you sure? And then like they were like, yeah, for sure. And then I just started like kind of, like it's really hard for me to start on like what I want for a shoe, like I have like just basic kind of like shape or whatever, and then it's kind of like I think evolved into like when I first started getting a shoe, it was like I kind of based it on just like a half cab because I like that shoe.
Yeah.
And then it kind of just evolved into like a little bit like I like to go on like a different route just because I feel like a lot of shoes just like the same boring shoes, so it's like when I look down I like to like have something like a little better,
Yeah.
And then especially with this new one for New Balance, they have like a lot of resources and like a lot of cool like technology that you can use. So like the sole of the shoe is like that's my favorite part of this shoe. Nice. It's like it has like that rev light. It's like this little pad in the back for your heel and stuff. Yeah.
Nice.
And
that's awesome. So
I like it kind of pointy too, because like for kickflips and stuff, I really have to like. I don't like when it's like blown out, and then I don't like when it goes like halfway down, or like when like the tongue is like, or like the toe of the shoe is like really long and there's only like 3 laces or something like that. I can't stand that.
Yeah.
It like bends differently.
It's like a tuxedo shoe almost.
Yeah, it bends.
There's only
like
3 eyelids.
I feel like I don't know like where my toe position is when the like toe cap is like super long.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Well, on your new shoe, it's not that long. It's like a good.
That's like that's like what I wanted.
That was the thing though. Like I don't know if people are still doing that, but the
long like
toe
slip-ons almost. It's like a slip-on with like 2 or 3 laces, where it's like I can't stand that.
Yeah.
But
function. It's about function for you.
Oh, definitely,
yeah. Yeah.
Function, and like I just like to look at something like it has like something to look at versus just like a plain black shoe.
Yeah.
Like because that one actually has like where the laces are for this New Balance one. There's like some like. That's like a TPU. It's like a certain like plastic type thing in there. So it's
yeah. So like right where the eyelids are, it's actually like this plastic.
Yeah, it's like
durable.
a newer material, and it was kind of like when I was like working with the dude Jeff to kind of design that shoe. He was like, yeah, we can use these like different materials. Like I'm not sure how they're gonna work, but I got to skate that shoe for like a year.
Yeah. Which
was actually crazy. That was like when I rode for America. It was kind of like I never really got to sample shoes because back then it was like only sample size was like 9.
Yeah.
Whereas like this, I've been able to like kind of, like, oh, this doesn't work or this works, and like I needed, I added a little bit more foam to the tongue because I felt like it was like just little shit,
Yeah.
But
that's nice.
Right off the bat, it like felt really good. The shape was there, and the sole. Sole is my favorite part of the shoe.
Yeah, that's awesome. I like the perforated like suede up here too. Add a little texture in there, make it maybe a little more durable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Looks like a good skate shoe.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Thanks. And it's got like I kind of like the like running like aspect look.
Yeah.
Just rather than like a basic skate shoe.
Well, it definitely has like a little more shape than like an older like say like an Excel or something like a standard like suede skate shoe,
Mm-hmm.
And you've added like definitely the highlights and the tech and the materials and stuff.
This and then I've been into the cream and gum.
Yeah, I like cream. I love a cream shoe.
All of a sudden, I don't know why. At first I was like, ooh, white shoe, and then I put it on and I was like, damn, this Looks pretty sick.
Yeah, dude, Billy was rocking some cream shoes.
Yeah, it's so weird to see Billy in those, but like
everyone would say it to him too. Yeah. They're like, "What, cream?" They wouldn't say good or bad, but they just point out, you know.
Yeah. I think it always looks good. Like even on Billy, when I see that, I was like, "Damn,
yeah,
bro, you're looking clean right now."
Yeah, it definitely looks good. That was like the first shoe I ever bought was going back to, it wasn't America. It was a Sheep. Do you remember Sheep?
Yeah.
It was out of Soul Tech.
Yeah.
It was Ed Templeton rode for him. I think it might have been his like creation.
Oh, shit.
But I bought a pair of Sheep that were cream color, and I was so stoked on that for so long. I blew through that thing.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
They skated good, but you know, such is. That's sick, man. That kind of leads us to the other night where that was cool that you guys, New Balance, like rented out the park and invited like 20, 25 people that you knew, like your friends. Like
yeah, no, that was super fun. That's like cool, the sickest thing about like riding for New Balance is they're like down to like kind of do what you want to do. You know, I was like, oh, I want to like film this part in Boston with my homie Tim, and they're just like, you know,
Savage,
like,
what up, boy?
Kind of knew about Tim a little bit, but not really. Like, is he a good filmer? You know, I'm like, yeah, he's sick. He's got like motivated tons of spots, and they just kind of let me run with it, and then we created a little part, and like we started working on it like mid-June.
Yeah.
Till kind of finished like beginning of December. It kind of got shitty, so
yeah,
it's just like a few months. And,
that was specific. That part is specifically for the shoes.
Yeah,
that's sick.
Because they were like, what do you want to do? And I was like, well, probably like a little part or something. Like, you know, it's what else do you do? You have to do something to like promote your shoe. That's like always what I just done.
Like I'm fucking skating. Here's my part.
Yeah. So I was like, that's what I want to do, you know. And like I want to do it with like my homie Tim, because you know he's got a bunch of spots, and like it's my hometown, and or not my hometown, but like Boston. It's like
it's our area.
Yeah. It's our shit. So. And no one touches it, and there's so many spots here.
I know,
it's crazy. Like Tim is like insane with the amount of like shit that he like hunts down.
He's
and,
a
like,
savage.
Yeah, and dude, it's crazy going out with him because he gets so excited about like if we're in a new area, you know, like scouting it out, like like, hey, just check back there real quick, you know. And I like that because it kind of gets you excited. You know, you're feeding off of someone else's shit, and he's just motivated. He'll just be hitting you up. Dude, he's down to like. I don't even know how his work schedule works, but he's just down to go out like every single day, you know? Yeah. He like doesn't give a shit.
He's built it into his life.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, even around work and everything.
Yeah,
he just makes it happen.
Skate rat for sure. Yeah. You know? It's sick. And his whole crew, you know, like everyone that lives at that house. So it's fun to go out with them. I like that. And
the homies. Delaney, what up? Brian Reed, what up?
Yep.
Sean, what up? I've been seeing some of them at Edge lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, coming in because the weather's, well, today's a freak day because it's 50, but, you know. People been coming in.
Yeah, and then so they just, since I, you know, like kind of like filmed the part here, and they kind of let me run with that. They sent out that dude Jake Darwin to shoot photos to kind of go along with it.
I was looking at some of your photos on Instagram today, and I saw the two I looked at were from Jake. Is he from Australia?
Yeah. Or New Zealand.
New Zealand, yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
And he flew out here to shoot it?
Yeah, like New Balance kind of sent him out, like, because they, you know, they wanted like some photos to go along with the part.
Hell yeah.
And so I hooked all that up, and then did the skate thing at Skater's Edge. They were like, well, since it's like all Boston based, like we want to like, you know, work with like Orchard or the Orchard guys. And, like,
Armin came out. That was sick.
Yeah, do a wear test. So I don't know. It was just nice because it's like nothing ever happens at the Edge or like in this area. So it was cool that they were like, you know, like just backing it. Like they rented a bus and like shipped everybody to the Edge, and
that was cool.
Gave out money just for random tricks and shit. I don't know. They're like always down to like kind of like back you and do what you want if you have like an idea. So
yeah, that's sick. Yeah, I think you put them in touch with me and Tyrone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was like, I had the PA in the projector, so it just went and set it up. So what we did is it was like a skate session. About 25, 30 people showed up that were invited. It was like invite only. They rented out the park. They gave everyone a pair of Westgates.
Yeah, sick. Super weird just seeing everybody like wearing the shoe. But I think that's always the case, you know.
It's cool.
It's exciting, but like a little bit like shit, you know. Like,
and it's a little impractical because like you got brand new shoes on. Although I put your shoes on for like 20 minutes and I could land on my tricks. I was like, and it's like Brandon.
Like
started trying to ollie it up stuff. I was like, I'm him.
Yeah, there's like a little airbag in there to help you like blast up.
Yeah, no.
Little cheat mode.
But so they gave out about 25, 30 pairs of shoes. We played your video part, which we played it like 4 times, which was sick. And I played some other videos prior to, just whatever was on my laptop.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just sessioned and fucking, that was way sick, dude.
Yeah, it was fun. It was mellow.
And it's definitely cool to have like another event at the Edge and have like another brand involved. And
yeah.
It's a cool opportunity for people to get a pair of shoes, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I mean, back in the day, we used to always do demos and stuff. So there would be like demos at the Edge.
Or like demos. There should be more demos.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Do
you like demos?
Yeah, that's like, I liked it just because it was like, just always a fun trip. There was never any pressure. It was like you go and skate a bunch of different parks with like the homies. They like film a little clip and you just do your like moves or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. That's like died out. There's no like demos.
A little bit.
I feel like it has. Yeah.
I don't know if there's like the thing is like there's not, from what I can tell, at least in the States, there's not many teams going and doing it together. There's like events. Like we were basically on tour all summer. We went to so many different events, but everyone's throwing events. But like to do just a tour where like this team's gonna go, like back in the day when like Supernaut would come and they'd hit up all the shops and parks in like a line, they'd have like a schedule. It's like a week long. We did that with Fibro.
Yeah,
you just go to shop,
Fibro
the park,
would do it,
the
like
park,
every
the
weekend.
park.
It was like too much. You're like fucking over it.
That was like best training though for whatever, because you're just in the van, you're moving, you gotta like figure out life on the road and meeting people and chaos.
Yeah. And it's just like fuck it, you gotta get out there and like just try to skate. You know, it's like. I remember when I first started doing those with you guys, I was like so nervous, and you're like, dude, just you know, like skate it like you're skating the skate park at home or something, you know? And I was like, all right, yeah, like, and then
it's weird because you're like meeting people all the time, you know, and they know who you are some of the time. Like when we were doing that stuff, like people knew the Fibro team, saw the videos.
And I've always just been like uncomfortable with like people like literally watching me, you know?
Yeah.
Like never like I don't like contests or any of that shit. Like
you couldn't tell though. You handled it pretty well.
Yeah, I don't like it though.
Yeah, it's not natural.
No,
in that sense,
But
I'm kind of the same. Like deep down, I'm like, I don't know, because when I started skating, it was more just skating with like a homie, and it wasn't like for competition or like to put on a show. It was just like you just start at a curb. No one gave a shit about skating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Literally, nobody gave a shit but us, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Especially where I started. You know, you started small too. Like, we started. Now it's a little different because a lot of people care about skating, you know?
Yeah,
it's big now. It's like crazy in that sense.
Definitely it is. Yeah.
It might not be as big as like other like organized things, but like as far as how many people skateboard right now, to me, at least it seems like a lot of people are skating.
Yeah.
I'm seeing like different people get into skating too. Like different types of people, which is intense, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But going on those trips, like Fibro and all that stuff, fucking sick. Good training, right?
Definitely. Yeah. It helps you like kind of get out of like uncomfortableness of like skating in front of people. And, that crew was just always a good time.
Steve and Nara would just do some loud, crazy, embarrassing thing that just breaks the ice for everybody else. Like, oh, he just peeled out, so we have
and it
fun,
was like,
you know?
It was almost like for me a lot of times it's like they'd put you like on the spot, or like you'd have to like end the demo or some shit like that. So
they'd like, hold you to the fire.
Yeah, like fuck, I better land this. You know, like the faster I land this, like the faster I'm out of this. Like,
and Steve would grab you by your neck.
Oh yeah, and our belly too, like just yelling and like making a whole scene. You're just like, oh god, like I just need to like land this trick and get the fuck out of here.
Those guys are funny because they're for like in the city, you know. They're like in the intensity of the city.
They love
you know?
it too. They love
Nothing's
that like
new.
chaos and like attention and all that. You know? It's funny.
Yeah, fucking sick. Here, let's go to this list because we got a pretty big list here. Let's get through some of this. We were kind of just talking about that. Colin Tremblay says, "Is there a time or place when nerves or anxiety kicks in while skating, around other people?"
Yeah, mainly just like contests, but I stay out of those.
Yeah.
Like I've gotten
stay out of those.
I got to the point in my life where like I honestly like don't need to skate. Like I've never really felt like I needed to skate a contest because it was gonna do anything for me. You know, like I don't believe that if you skate like one good day in your life and like you win this contest that you're like. I just don't think skating works like that. You know, there's so many other skaters that like can't perform like at a skate park like that. Some people can't even skate a skate park, you know, they're like street skaters, you know, so it's
Curbs,
like the whole contest thing's a joke. I just think that's like, at least for me, I'm just like, fuck this. I'm like better off just to stay away from this. So I do everything in my power to avoid anything in that.
What kind of contest are we talking? Think of some contest.
No, all in any. I mean, I skated the Tampa Pro like couple of years ago, but even that I was like,
hard for you.
I'm not gonna do this. I don't want to be out there. There's just no need to like do that. You know, it's like
You definitely don't.
I'd rather
have
just
to.
like go in the streets and like film some video parts or like Instagram, whatever the fuck you gotta do these days, other than like skate a skate park in front of everybody for like a minute run.
Yeah.
You know, it's like.
See, I'm exact same way, but my only problem with contests is like I can't completely let go of them because like I love announcing them, and I like a lot of the people that are into being competitive, even in skating. Like it's fun to watch.
Yeah, no,
it's
for some people love it, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm just like.
For me personally, I agree. Yeah.
I just don't want to like have to like skate those. I don't.
I know what you're getting at. You're like for a living. Like if that was like. Because a lot of those big ass contests are going by.
Even if it was like not even for a living, I just don't want to be out there like skating a contest. Like, if you know, like if I wasn't like forced to go to the contest, I never would have gone.
Yeah.
You know, but it was like you know, if you're sponsored or whatever, and like someone's like, oh, we really want you to go. It's like, all right, I'll do this, but you know, it's like I'm not. Stoked about it. I'm not happy about this.
It's not my fucking thing.
I'll get out there and like you know like fall a bunch for like a minute and like you know show up. I think that's like mainly the thing. It's just like they just like everybody getting together. You know that's the fun part. I like going to like you know the contest and like seeing everybody and like having a good time.
Yeah.
But like actually having it and like I actually like practice because it's like all
practice is
chaotic and shit and it's fun. Like
and people are going for it.
Yeah, and everyone's like out there like jamming and kind of like you know just like. Hyping each other up and like trying some shit at a new skate park. That's always fun.
Yeah.
But as soon as you got to get out there for that like 1 minute, it's like, dude, it feels like I'm out there for like 5-10 minutes. I'm like, is this ever gonna end?
Yeah.
You know, and then like my legs go numb and just the classic shit.
Imagine those dudes that are like they're like trying to do those contest circuits. That like that's their living from skating, and their sponsors sponsor them because they got them. From those
they're chilling.
contests.
They got it down. Like,
yeah, but it's a little hairy because if you don't, you can't always win those things. And there's time where you're not gonna win them, so you still gotta like be out in the streets, filming video parts, like be part of the skating culture. More people can relate to just dicking around on a skateboard than they can winning the biggest competition ever. You know?
Yeah, I honestly I feel like the contest like kind of died out. I guess like everyone's waiting for the Olympics or whatever. I don't know. You know it was like even like a few years ago the street leagues were big, but like does anybody even like
I don't know.
Do those?
I don't watch it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to watch. I watched one. I went to one. Microdose with Derek Fukuhara on mushrooms. I just felt really high. I was there. I felt really high.
Yeah, I watched one on like TV. They were like on TV, but it's always like it is impressive. You're like, holy shit! I can't believe they just like are doing this shit like this. You know, like hardest tricks like first try and stuff. But it's like always the same guys. I feel like.
Yeah.
It's not really like necessarily like I would like tune in to like want to watch them.
Sometimes it's like imagine just performing, having to perform, like it turns into a packaged product. Like the Olympics is gonna be so intense to watch. We definitely have to watch it. There's gonna be tons of jokes hidden in there. You know? I bet the uniforms alone will be hilarious.
I guess I'll check it out for sure. Yeah.
But I wouldn't want to make that. That's like a prison of hell for me to be on the Wheaties box trying to win the Olympics. Would be like intense, you know. Like that's the opposite reason why I started skating. I started skating just to like go do something and be engaged in something, but not like. Without, you know, it's just by yourself usually, and then you make friends, you skate with homies, all the shit you're talking about, like filming video parts, doing tours, like all the shit that we've dedicated ourselves to, you know?
Everyone's like all hopped up on it, and they, you know, like, oh, this is gonna like, you know, whatever. That's how I feel like. I feel like they're all like talking and stuff. I wonder how the criteria is with like people passing like drug tests and stuff. Like, is weed legal in the Olympics?
Who knows, bro?
Yeah, it's gonna be like Lance Armstrong, like juicing all this shit. He won all those tours, and they like take it away from him like after he's won and stuff. So he was juicing up, but everybody
disqualified.
Yeah, like you ever see that Lance Armstrong on like dude, he's fucking badass, dude.
He's a rebel. You can say that. He
after watching that, I was like, oh, this dude like he won fair and square. He was like,
because everybody out to like 70th is on like some sort of dope, some sort of steroid, right?
Yeah.
So it's like to be even compete, you have to be part of the game.
He knew how to like.
Same with the NFL, right?
He had the best coach. He had the best bike, and he had the best formula to like jack himself up.
Yeah.
You know, like the one of the years that he won, it was like the guy that was training him was like, yeah, he could have won this like by miles, like smoking cigarettes, like packs of cigarettes the whole way because he was in such good like training shape. You know?
Probably don't want to do that, Lance.
No, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That dude went through some craziness because like his empire was like built off of like.
Yeah, and then people were like, "Oh man, didn't he
beat testicular cancer?"
Yeah. But then I think it came back to bite him in the face because he was like, you know, juicing like everybody else, but it was like he people felt like he lied to him or something, but it was like the motherfucker still had cancer.
You're all
he
guilty.
Still survived.
You're all
and then
guilty.
he was still like jacking hormones and shit, like steroids into him to like win these races. Like that guy's like, he's an animal. You know?
Man's a survivor.
Yeah. Like he's a fucking hero. Like what do you want? He beat cancer and then he won the tour like 5 times or something in a row.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing. It goes back to like playing in that narrow box where it's like people own this thing. Like the Olympics is like an owned thing by brands and products, and it's like the world comes together. I don't even think they pay the athletes. I might be wrong. We gotta have to look into this. But like,
I don't know.
So like that's the thing. Is like to me, skating has always been more of an art or like a release, or
I think it always will be.
Yeah, I think most people fall in love with it because of that, you know. And then if you're good at that game, you get carried away and be in the Olympics, which is a nightmare.
I mean, honestly, like if I could like comfortably skate those, I'd just be like, yeah, like no problem. I'd probably like have. I'm sure like a lot of people.
Those dudes are making a living off of skating for sure, doing that. Yeah. Some of them. There's only like there's only a handful because winning requires that you keep winning, especially if you get all your sponsors from that.
Yeah.
Because then they're not gonna be around when you're not winning, you know. Or you're gonna have to like lower your lifestyle expectations eventually, or be good with your money or something, you know, like tough game though, tough game.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd much rather go film video parts of my homie and go on tours and like just shoot photos and work on stuff like that, you know, like shit that's fun, you know. Look what we do. It's more fun than doing all that shit.
You got to be out there in the streets.
So much pressure too. I'd rather put the pressure on myself too, like skating, filming a trick. Because then it's like self-imposed and you're going at a pace that you know instead of being in this artificial box where they give you rules and there's all this stuff. Yeah. I get it. Like, people are entertained.
That's like part of the fun of like filming parts and stuff is like breaking the rules, you know? You're like skating somewhere you're not supposed to skate. You're like irritating people, like dodging them. Like,
they're coming at you. We were talking about that in the last podcast. Me and Kevin were talking about, dude, there's a pro skateboarder that just, I don't know the exact situation. The article didn't really explain, but either he was being attacked by a security guard or he for some reason just attacked a security guard and hit the dude with his truck and like damaged him to the point where like he's gonna go to jail for it.
So that's like taking it a little too far.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that we don't know the exact situation. I gotta look into it more. But the article Kevin pulled up didn't really explain. But like I was just like, I've been in that situation where we were just trying to skate, even though you're not supposed to be skating there, and the security guard took their job way too serious, and you might had to defend yourself, you know. Yeah. But it's also been the other situation where sometimes the skater's a fucking asshole, you know. But who knows? I don't know in this situation, but just being out in the streets, dude, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, it's definitely like frustrating sometimes, but it's, I don't know. I'd way rather be out there.
Yeah. Yeah. You went back to like a lot of those spots in your. When's that part drop? The New Balance Westgate shoe part. Because it's not out, right? We just watched it.
I think like the first or the second or something.
Oh, sick. Yeah. Isn't it just going online?
There'll be something.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Well, a lot of the spots you went back to, dude. Because I was like watching this part and I was like, damn, dude, I went to the spot with him, but we couldn't skate because it was like someone kicked us out or like we needed to fix something at the spot. You were just going back.
Well, that's like part of like whenever I'd meet up with Tim, it would just be like, what do you want to skate? Like, I don't know. And like he'd just be like, all right, I thought of this, and we'd just start somewhere, and then it would just like evolve. Like, you know, like we'd basically go to an area, and then he has like, like he'll just start showing you stuff, and then you just pick what you want. It's great because like if you don't want to skate that, you're just like, I'm over this, and then like you're just on to the next spot, and then I don't know. Once we were looking at him, but I don't think I actually started like working on that part. So then once I started working on that part, I was like, all right, well,
you remembered it.
I'm gonna go here, try this, try that, and like I had like a good just idea of like a starting point, I guess.
Yeah, it's nice because when you're just out in the streets looking for spots, even when you're not, like sometimes we just go out and lurk around and not even plan on filming, you know, or it rains or something. You're like, let's just keep looking. Then you have like that catalog of shit that you can go back to or fix up or like it.
Yeah, I still even have spots like from like working on this last part that like definitely can go back to. And any like there's just like endless spots. I don't know.
They come and go all the fucking time. The weather's always fucking it up, and then they're rebuilding shit or something's popping up. It's like the landscape always changes every year.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. I don't know how we ended up there, but we got there. Sammy Skates, shout out. Sammy, you know about Sammy's ankle, right? He's on the road to recovery, though.
Oh, my God.
Hell yeah, Sam. Keep it going. I see him on Instagram. He's doing all the exercises and, like, posting them doing. Like, fuck yeah. Hardest ollie you've done? Think for a second. Just take a second.
Yeah,
Like,
fuck,
let
I
it.
don't
You've
know.
done a lot of ollies, bro.
Definitely a
Loved
lot. That's
every
like-
one, but you done a lot of them.
I love ollies. Yeah, even in this last part, I was like, I don't know. I was like, fuck, kind of got a lot of ollies, but I just figured like
Ollies classic though,
Tim,
right?
like, yeah, I figured he'll just like pick and choose what he wants.
Imagine
to
if he
use,
had a
but
lot of double tray flips.
He fucking used
Part would
them
be
all.
rough, dude. Part. This kid's got a lot of double tray flips. Ollie's way more classic. 13 double tray flips.
Yeah.
That's my next part coming. Good eye. Good eye's coming soon.
You're gonna have to
13
learn
double
that.
tray.
Can you even do that?
I've never done one.
Yeah.
I'm learning today.
I'm sure you could.
All right, so think about some of the ones that you're like, you were in and you didn't think you were gonna do it.
I would say definitely I ollied up this gap that was like 2 tennis courts. It was a skateboarder cover.
Oh shit, I
Long
remember
time
this.
ago, yeah.
I remember the photo.
I think it was in, I want to say like Stay Gold or something.
Nice.
That I think was the hardest. Like I kept fucking, and I still like made it up and like clipped my back truck. Like I did one of those like bash through it, you
Like,
know?
count it.
Yeah, yeah. It was like I was like rode away with speed.
Kids
I was like,
got
I'm
it.
gonna take that because dude, my fucking ass was so bruised up after that from like.
Tell me more.
Yeah, I will. I was just flying up and like I couldn't stand up, you know, and I was so sucked up that my ass just kept hitting I couldn't stand up.
That's
so
fucked
I
up.
was
So
just
your
like,
ass is hitting the ground while you're trying, because you're putting your
yeah, I was jumping
feet above your
I was like
nipples.
jumping up to my ass basically. I was jumping up and sliding on my ass and dude, like,
It's Jackie Channing out there.
yeah, dude. The next day I was like I couldn't even walk. I was like, oh my god, my ass cheek was black and blue.
That's a weird way to bruise your ass,
Uh-huh.
but I get it.
And then
I'm not flexible enough to bruise my ass that way.
you
Can't get my feet above my head like you, bro.
You don't know. You start getting into some weird shit.
You
like
should, you know what you should do, B? Is we should start a brand new yoga class, bro. And just be like,
I never stretch, dude.
I know, but
I gotta like start stretching. That's my downfall. Is like I like have a rough time stretching. I feel like I gotta stretch.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like you're condensed. We were like took a photo earlier, and you're like, damn, I'm like you're like more
I'm,
condensed.
Like, really
You're like-
short, yeah.
Yeah, but you're
But-
shaped like a Ninja Turtle. I think that's how you're able to pull it off.
Yeah, I just feel like when
You're
you
welcome.
get older though, you like get stiffer regardless. So
Yeah.
you need to like stretch it out, which I do sometimes because my fucking lower back hurts
Yeah.
like a lot. So I have to like I do these like certain stretches because sometimes it just jams up and then like be in so much pain I gotta. But
Whenever I smoke weed, I stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the time. Makes me start stretching. I'm like, oh yeah.
yeah,
If you don't use it, you lose it.
I feel like sometimes like when I would ever smoke weed, it would just be like it would heighten like how shitty I would feel. So I would do the same thing, like kind of like fuck, I gotta stretch. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah.
I don't know, it would over heighten like
That helps
how
me though.
how
It's like
I
a sense
feel.
of awareness. I'm like, oh, it just makes you more in tune. You get a little, you know, like
Yeah.
smoke a little weed, and then you're like, your senses are kind of like turned on a little, and you can feel all the aches and pains. And like, I like
Shit, I
stretching
gotta drink
high.
some water. I'm
Such a
dehydrated or something. You know, like
Yeah,
that always would happen to me.
reminds you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have been on this like, cause I'm always like, I try to like eat good, but I don't know, it's just like impossible, you know.
Confession time
Yeah.
with Brandon Westgate.
But I've been drinking this juice, dude.
How
and
good
it's,
are chicken
like
fingers?
every day? No, I don't eat meat. So,
Whatever. Okay. fine.
yeah,
Fair
that's what I mean. But then it's like, I don't know, you just end up like, eating like bagel for breakfast, and then like you just like whatever. I just
Tell
feel
me
like,
about these juices.
Yeah, it's so fucking bomb. Like, so I was like always like been into juicing, but I never can like keep it going. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. I've been doing it for like 10 days, but it's 2 apples, a celery, like ginger the size of your thumb.
Ginger's good, but a large dose can fuck you up.
Yeah, dude, I love it. And then parsley,
Ooh, nice.
a little like ice and water.
And you just put it in a little blender?
half a cucumber.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, dude,
This is heavy.
and then a handful of spinach.
Ooh, spinach. I love spinach.
You gotta.
And then so
spinach.
you just
Yeah, I got like one of those Vitamix things, so it's like
Oh,
it's
nice.
super easy.
Nice.
And then I like it actually because I was like drinking these things for like a few days, and I'm like, fuck, I'm like not hungry. Like I feel like I should be eating more or something, you know?
Well, you're taking in like
Yeah,
30
yeah,
vegetables.
yeah. I know.
and
That's what I was
fruits,
thinking. I'm just like, oh, I'm eating all this stuff, and like it helps out. Like gives you like, you know, like just energy. Like even if you're gonna eat shitty throughout the day, at least like I got like something good. In me,
Yeah.
you know, like because when are you eating 2 apples, a half a stick of.
When you blend it all
cucumber.
down,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
fucking
You
jam
just
it into your system.
Jam it in there. Dude, it makes like a huge jar too. It's
It
like,
sounds awesome.
oh, it's the best. I've been running it. I'm like, changed my life. I'm doing that forever now.
Good for you.
Hopefully.
And no meat. You've been good with no meat.
Yeah, I haven't
It
eaten
works
meat
for
in
you?
like 6 or 7 years.
Hell yeah. And that works good for you?
Mhm.
Nice.
Yeah, I like it.
Nice.
Yeah, feel like lighter, not as like heavy.
Yeah. That's good.
Not as shitty.
Let's see. Let's keep it moving because there's more. I don't know how to pronounce that last word, but hood, nitzel or nits.
I don't know where you're looking.
I don't know. On the bottom, on the right side. Have the recent trade. The tariffs one. Yeah, we were not sure. It doesn't really affect. Your criminals are all in the States, right?
Yeah. So I don't know what's up with those.
Okay. All right. This is from Stelmania. How do I still go 100 miles per hour but not body myself regularly? That's a real question. He's asking you. How does he go fast but not body himself regularly?
Yeah,
Nailed it.
I
Did you
think
hear that?
regularly.
Regularly. Don't do this, tongue twister. Do you have any advice on him? He wants to go fast, but he doesn't want to burn out like all the time. He doesn't want to get fucked up all the time. But
Yeah, I don't know. You gotta learn how to like run it out. If you want to go fast, you gotta learn how to run it out. And
you
then
gotta
it's
be
like,
sharp, right?
Yeah, you just be quick. Like, oh, I hit a pebble. Like, you gotta be ready to like.
Yeah.
You be alert, a little
Take a
bit more
slam.
like alert. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, that might be. You might have to get a lot of fruit in your system. Might have to blend up that fruit.
That's what I'm
and
telling
get
you.
it going,
The
man.
ginger is like gives you the energy throughout the day. I'm telling you.
Yeah, a lot of it is balancing out like being aware. Because when you're on a skateboard, you want to be as sharp as you can be, because you get fucking hurt.
Yeah.
So like, if you have like a lifestyle, it's not like productive to you doing activities and being good on your board. It's not helping you skate, you know.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know, dude. Everyone's different. Everyone's like, some people I see like wilding out and they're still like
Charging.
nailing it.
Yeah. I mean, that's like, but that's common knowledge. It's like, what does it say? Like the people that burn out too quick, right? Like,
Yeah.
burn out, fade away, or whatever. Be like, fucking charging it, bro.
Yeah.
Whatever, bro. Okay. Go to skate playlist.
I like don't have one. I honestly like am like the most like least musically inclined person I think out there.
You turned me on to First Aid Kit, and I listened
Yeah,
to
like
all the fucking
just
time.
like some random
You're
shit.
your lady, I think, right? Pass that nugget along.
Nah,
So good.
I like found it somehow, and I was like, oh damn, like I'll just listen to anything. I don't have like a. I definitely don't listen to music like when I'm skating for sure.
Everyone pictures you out on the Canary Bogs listening to Hank Williams. Is that a good one? Is Hank Williams any good?
What's a song from him?
I don't know. That's a good question. I want to learn what Hank Williams is today with my friend Brandon Westgate. If I can figure out how to get the internet back. There we go. I'll type it in and I'll pull it over. He's a country star, right? Hank Williams. He's like legendary. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's gotta be. But I don't know, man.
There's a junior and a senior. Let's go senior.
You gotta go see.
Right? Yeah, old man, right? Hank Williams. Look at the steez on this guy. Here, I'll pull it over here so we can maybe watch it over here. Yeah, look at how they used to dress, B. You should get some, like a suit and a cowboy hat like that on the logs.
I need some. I do have a hat like that, but it's more like,
You do have like a cowboy hat?
I have a sun hat for sure.
Interesting. Oh yeah, because you're out on the bog, yeah. Shit fucking helps.
Yeah, but you gotta have it. That's sometime, middle of the summer. You're out there in the sun all day.
Yeah. Dude.
There's a sunspot on my face.
Yeah.
Fucking stressing, dude.
No, dude, just get it checked out. You'll be fine. Let's skip the bullshit real quick. Skip. Let's hear a little bit. I'll turn it up real quick first.
Not long ago, I think it's one of the prettiest ones I've ever recorded. Watch, if you will, the tune called The Lost Highway.
I'm back in it. How you feeling about this, B?
Yeah, no, that's nice. I like,
Already?
yeah, I like instruments for sure. I could definitely get down for this for sure.
Out on the bog, dude?
Yeah. Just lost by myself out there.
Dude, I just became a Hank Williams fan today on
Next
the
time we go
show.
to the Edge is all it's gonna be playing.
Oh
Like,
my
what the fuck, dude?
Kid just won't turn off the Hank Williams,
Yeah.
bro.
All the little kids would be like, what the fuck? Who's playing this?
I know, they're like, can you trap up Hank Williams a little bit? Put some face tats and make him whine a little
Who
bit.
is this guy?
He's not that good.
Nah, he looks sharp though.
Yeah, I know, right?
I
Hey,
wonder how old he was there.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're
Hank
right.
Williams. All right, let's keep her moving. Someone said you should have an all I need guest board.
Yeah.
Just saying, bro. Thanks for the shout out.
I don't know how that works. I tried to have a crooked board, but Seamus shut me down that one time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, I said no.
Yeah, I was so bummed. Because they, I don't know, just asked to have like a, you know how they used to do that? Cricket used to do that. I don't know if they still do, but way back then.
Yeah, they gave out a bunch of guest boards to
Yeah,
people that had other sponsors.
Yeah, he told me
and shit.
about it. I was so hyped. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, like a crooked guest boards is insane. And then
You just make a limited amount, so it's not like they can keep selling it. You just
I
go, we're only gonna do so many.
He shut that down. He shut it down.
No.
Yeah.
Damn, you missed the boat, bro.
I know. And then it's like once you like shut something down like that, they're not gonna like ever like bring that up again. Like, probably, you know, like everyone else probably was just like so stoked and like agreed to it, and then like I came at him like, nah. But I didn't really.
You just got bullied, bro.
Yeah, I know.
It is what it is, bro. Oh, here we go. Here's another one. Does he perform better on drugs or no drugs at all? So let's clarify what drugs is. Drug is any chemical or state that you can't manage that's not good for you. Or no, or it can be like one you can manage and it's good for you. A drug could be sugar, weed, coffee. Like, do you perform better on, like, what's your drug of choice? That's the question.
So you're considering coffee?
Yeah.
I guess.
Caffeine.
I guess caffeine then.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because it's a drug, right?
Yeah.
Caffeine's a drug.
Yeah, I used to like smoke weed back in the day.
Yeah.
But I think I used to be able to handle it back then, but now like whenever I would, it would like, dude, I eat shit every time.
Smoking weed?
Yeah. Because
Really?
I think it just comes back to like where I'm naturally in a state where I'm like spazzing out and like flying around, you know, like going fast. And, and it makes me like, it like makes my brain like just a little bit slow to where like I can never like I'm always falling. So I'm like, it makes it so I can't like catch up to, like my body's going faster than my brain if I like smoke weed and like try to skate around.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
For sure.
What about caffeine? What's that make you like?
I'm fucking spracked out, dude.
I love caffeine, dude. I've been drinking too much coffee. Like the last 2 days, I've definitely had too much coffee, but
yeah. And then I used to drink. I used to be able to like, I could manage that because it was like whatever, you slam like drinking some beers, you don't really feel it.
Yeah, you take a lump and you just keep moving.
Yeah.
It catches up though if you burn fast, right? We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Some candles burn faster than others.
Yeah, no, I haven't drank in like 2 years coming up in January.
Nice.
I'm fucking hyped on that. Yeah.
Conscious decision.
Yeah.
Just a life decision.
Yeah. Drinking,
manage your drugs.
Drinking a lot.
Try to manage your drugs. Can't handle that one? Too much? Just don't want to?
Yeah, no, I was like drinking, I think, a little bit too much, and then like having a kid, and then I don't know, my dad was like an alcoholic too, so it was like all these things, and my brother.
Yeah.
And then like my brother got sober after like he was like on heroin.
Yeah.
And then he's been sober for like 3 or 4 years, and then my
That's
dad.
amazing.
Like,
That's amazing. Let's stop for a second because a lot of people deal with that. Even some of my family have dealt with that stuff, and it's the New England thing.
I'm super proud of him. It's
I
insane.
hope
I honestly thought he was gonna die.
Yeah.
Hell
yeah, congrats.
He made it out.
Strength. Yeah.
I think it's whatever they say, like every day's a fucking struggle or whatever, but he seems to be all right and like got a good job. And then my dad too, he was like, he drank like our whole lives or whatever, and then he like fell and then went to the doctors, and I think he had like he had some cirrhosis of the liver, so he had to quit. Like the doctor, like I think scared him out of it.
Like a awakening, like, hey, check this out, reality's coming.
Yeah, like motherfucker, you've been drinking too much for too long. And then I don't know, they were both like sober, and then I started feeling like I was like kind of blowing it, and then especially like I had a kid, and then I was still like, I think like not. I was like, it's weird when you have a kid because you're not like, for a guy, you're not like carrying it or anything, and then like all of a sudden you're just like
tuned in,
like boom, you're a parent, and you're like, what the fuck, like like this whole time, like I've just been like. No, they don't even say shit in the beginning. It's like nothing of that. You don't even know. You're like, what do you want? You know? It's like nothing.
It's a little like your sperm is fully developing, bro.
Yeah.
So and then the whole spectrum of it.
I felt like too, like being like hungover, I was like constantly sore and like more tired. So I was like, fuck this. Like I'm at a different point in my life. I'm just gonna like try to like. There's really no need to like be drinking like every day or like whatever, So I was like, I'm gonna try it out. And I just kept it going. I feel great. And like now it kind of like gives me anxiety to think of like being hungover or something,
Yeah.
Like I'm just like, nah. I don't need that. I don't know. Whatever. I've had like good times, been there.
Yeah.
Done that.
No, it's good. It's good to know what you need to manage and when you need to manage it. Things
Yeah.
change too. We're evolving all the time. Like when I was younger, I didn't smoke weed or drink or anything just because like I had like anxiety just seeing other people mismanage it, you know. And then you just like I would like be like, oh, I'm fine right now. I just want to like live my life, develop, figure out what I am. And then then actually the weed pulled me back in because of the vertigo. Because remember I had vertigo for like 6 months and like that was so sketchy and like I didn't think it'd ever go away. And then Mike Franklin, smoke some weed, you pussy. I'm like, all right, bro, smoke some weed, and it was like nipped it in the bud and got rid of it, and I was like, dude, guess I'm smoking weed again.
Yeah.
And then but then I was still like, okay, I'm just gonna manage this. Like, you can't like do it all the time. You gotta divide up your time. You know, you gotta. Too much of a good thing. It's not a good thing.
Well, like weed's like whatever you smoke and then it like wears off in like an hour or so.
But still, you don't want to be always faded because then you're just dopey. You want to make sure.
Start drinking, you're like. It's not like you're gonna have like 1 or 2 beers. Like you're just drinking until like you're tired. You know what I mean? Like if you start drinking, like it's like you know. And there's always like situations where it's like there's always something like like you want a beer or whatever. And, like, I don't know. I guess I was like never really like I would never really like get super shit faced, but I was like definitely not gonna like just stop at one beer.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it's good to know that about you.
Yeah.
Like I know about me because I've definitely got fucking shit faced and drank too much when I was younger. But like I'm still cautious even before I did that, just because like seeing my mom and other things. Like so like I was already cautious going into it, and then I fell into it and made the mistakes of drinking and shit and did shit I regretted and like. But I also had a good time too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like. You know, those hangovers get heavier. Dude, you pay more of a cost. I'd rather
so
be
much,
here
like,
sometimes.
Anxiety being hungover for no reason. I just couldn't even take it. And then like I like I'm way more like productive. Like it's way easier to be productive. Like getting up,
physically,
just getting up, and then
your joints.
like I always like have some shit going on in my house. So it's like I like to like get into projects and stuff, and it's just like I don't know, it's clear.
Yeah,
I like it, so I just keep it. I just drink a bunch of coffees, rack out.
Yeah. My idea of drinking nowadays is like, I'll have like a 6-pack and I'll drink like 2. And like I'll hang out with someone, drink 2, and then like 3 days go by, I'll drink 2 more, and then or like if sometimes with Kevin on the podcast we sip some fucking hard like whiskey or whatever.
Yeah.
But I know I'm gonna pay a price for it, you know. Like it's not that bad, but it's still like you know I know what I'm getting into, you know. So I like the podcast because we can allot time to like just kind of like relax and talk and drink coffee and beer or whatever. Weed, you know.
I'm kind of like sometimes too. I can get like negative, so like I feel like alcohol always make me like way more negative.
I used to be like that a lot. Dude.
Yeah, be like be like negative for no reason, like just like in just like this weird like state of just pissed off for no reason, you know.
Yeah, I do. I used to. I mean, I still have days like that, but it's like they're few and far between. But I'm an overthinker and a worrier.
Yeah, no, that happens to me too. Yeah, that happens to me too. I seriously sit home and be like, fucking, you know.
It's hard to turn that off too because when that becomes habit, you train yourself to like think like that. So it's not good, you know. That's why it's like sometimes you need like a drug or you need something to take you out of your mind. Sometimes, you know, even being sober all the time, like you can manage it and figure out because like. But you're gonna have a bunch of people around you that aren't sober, you know, like so you gotta like somehow.
Dude, I'm pretty like isolated. Yeah. I just hang out with my wife. That's it.
And then at the skate park. Skate park's crazy, dude.
Yeah, I know, but I'm like not at the skate park like you. I show up to the skate park by myself. Yeah. And then like I skate with whoever's there, and then I just go home by myself.
I live like 10 minutes from the park, and like there's so many people. Like I need interaction, you know, like clearly.
We're different strokes for those.
Don't say strokes, bro.
Oh, all right.
Unless you're talking about Bob Ross and his strokes.
Yeah. He was one that knew how to stroke it, and that's for sure.
You can say that without getting in any trouble. That's PC for everybody.
Yeah.
There's nothing sexual about that. He's a painter.
He's a stroker.
He has a lot of stroke. He's got mad stroke game. Stroke game's lit, bro. 100 Bob. Alright, shall we move on? We had the drug talk.
Yeah.
I just say like
I've seen, dude. Like Evan is a prime example of them just like shook the whole table.
Yeah, don't hit that.
You know, he can like microdose on like acid and like drink all day and like.
Oh, Evan Smith.
Yeah, he's like one of the best skaters I've ever seen. It's like really like impressive that like, but he also has like he's like a different tolerance than like most people too. Well, you know, like I don't know, he just like can handle shit like that. Like some people just can, you know.
Yeah.
But.
It's like they say it's like you can like practice doing these drugs, you know, but you have to go at a pace that you can manage. It's like, and even that, you still need to be grasped to reality too, because you can't escape it fully. You know what I mean? You're still in your body. Like,
I don't know. I don't mess with that shit. It's like too much. Nah.
I'm used to change. Like when I grew up, like my family was so like rocky. Like in the beginning, my family life and like where I was gonna live, like. I've dealt with cops and police and violence and shit, and just like bounced around and not knowing where you're gonna live and the shelter issues and shit, and like you get used to change, you know. And change is like the hardest thing for people to do. Apparently, that's what they say. You know, they say that change is really hard. No, but like, dude, life is change. All you're doing, we're sitting here right now. We're spiraling around in space, and like literally, every 7 years, all of our physical being is supposed to be changed with new stuff. And your thoughts and minds usually changing unless you box them up and you're just like stuck hanging on so tightly, you know? I don't know. I've just been a little bit of everything of the full spectrum where it's just like life is a moving thing and we're animated by the energy that comes through us. And it's like, then we try to clasp onto things that help us grow, you know? But those things you have to let go of too. Yeah. But the things that help you grow as a child, you have to like shed those because you're going to have new problems. You're going to have to find new coping mechanisms and ways to build up and strength. And you're going to have to admit that because you're at the end, no one gets out alive, right? Yeah. So you got to let go of everything you ever had, your thoughts, your everything, material, everything. Well, maybe not you. You're going to live through with seeds, though. I guess if you have kids, though, those kids keep going. That's the whole thing, right?
I guess, yeah. Fuck, I don't know. I mean, you're dead. When you're dead, you're dead.
Yeah, you're gone. You got to let go of everything.
Thinking of all this other shit, but it's like
that's why it's
like when something burns out, it's fucking dead.
Yeah, it's gone.
That's what I believe. You're just dead. You're like, oh no, your soul glows. You're like reincarnated. It's just like, oh motherfucker, you burnt out. You're done.
That's done.
It's like when energy, you know, energy is like something until it's not.
Well, it could like. I definitely believe that we're really fortunate to like be animated and have this energy flowing through us at this exact moment in this exact thing and be able to intermingle. You know what I mean? Like I'm really thankful for that. Yeah. But I do know that physically nobody gets out alive. At the end of it, dude, everyone passes away. You don't see them anymore. You know, you deal with that. That's part of life. That's part of your.
It's fucking horrible.
Yeah, it's rented time. You were lucky to have it. So at the end, you have to be.
Flies by too.
But people are thinking about eternal life. They're gonna fucking get you some fruit juice that's gonna make you live forever. Those ollies are gonna go on for 1,000 years.
I'm gonna meet up with Walt Disney later.
He's frozen. Yeah. Popsicle, Westgate.
I'll be like, get my freeze chamber. I won't even want to come back like 100 years from now. Like fuck that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What if when you do pass, you just pop up again?
I wish
somewhere?
I was all born over fucking again. Like back like I don't know like long time ago.
Like when Hank Williams, but
like I was just be, like,
Hank Williams back,
living off of like nothingness. You
squirrels,
know? Like,
squirrels
just,
and
like,
nuts
out there, like whatever. Like you can, you know, like your only comfort is like how good you can like build your own house or like you know like I don't know I like challenges like that, you know, like where it's like I'm living off of like some shit that I grew and like built my house and like my fucking 2 hands, you know.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know, I just like that. It's like they just I don't know, we're getting like pretty deep right
now. No, but I get it. No, I totally get it. That's simplicity, and like if you just earn what you keep, if you have the skills to kill something. I like watching like some of those hunting shows, like Steve Ranella has one, and I listen to like some podcasts too where they're talking about hunting and just like all their food, they went out and they harvested it and they brought it back. They fed their family.
Dude, like nowadays people are so disconnected with everything, you know? Like, they don't know what they're eating.
Well, you have a phone that's like 10 inches. Like you see the phone, it's like it trains you to like sit in front of it. It's insane.
It's a trap for sure, but we all get sucked in.
It's a tool, but it's a tool though. I don't think it's completely bad. I think it's just like it's like not being able to manage drugs. It's like we're still in reality. You can float off on your Instagram, social media, and whatever. You can build whatever design, but you still have to deal with your physical body.
That fucking those goggles, you know. Those
we're gonna be all fat floating around. What's that movie?
Some virtual fucking world.
Oh,
just created.
WALL-E. You ever seen WALL-E?
Let's
pull up Let me pull it up right now for us.
Is it on Netflix? Maybe I'll check that out.
I hope so, because I don't think it is, because I would have found it by now. But let me see. I'll pull it up for us. WALL-E is like such an epic movie. Dude, I'm hyped we're doing this, B.
Yeah.
How's your Christmas? It was good? You made it through the holidays and everything?
Yeah, chilling. It was fun.
Nice. Pippa get anything sick that she's hyped on?
Yeah, she got a bunch of like these little like critters and little she actually got this like little pop-up castle thing. She fucking loved it.
Really?
It was insane, yeah.
Those things
But
are
that it
epic.
was funnest because she is just like now like willingly like opening presents and just everything she opened, she's like, wow, wow. It wasn't even like open yet, and she would just be like, wow, you know, like
the hype is real.
Yeah, it was sick. It was just like I don't know, like once you like watching like a kid like experience Christmas, you're like, oh, that's what it's about, you know?
Yeah, they're just fucking the innocence of it, I guess.
Ooh, Wally.
I know.
Wally.
I know it's all skateboarding. I'm trying to watch Wally the movie. I have to type in Wally the movie.
It says right there.
Is it? Help me here. I'm having a hard time. The full movie, I don't believe that. Full movie trailer. There we go.
Should have set the TV up over there so then like the camera could see the TV.
Oh, I know, but it's actually I gotta figure it out still because the TV it's like all whited out in the video.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that weird like when you film like a computer screen.
Yeah.
It does like those lines and shit. How do they get that to happen?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
All right, so yeah, let me show you Wally. Is this? So he's a robot.
This is like a kids movie.
Yeah, it's super awesome. It's an animation. He's just a robot with a lot of time on his hands. I have to go back and watch this again. Dude, epic though, right? Look at that.
Yeah.
Wally just bouncing around crazy, being like jets on him.
We watched this movie, The Secret Lives of Pets.
But
You seen
everyone's
that
just
one?
floating around. No, I didn't see that one.
Oh my god, dude, that shit is hilarious.
Yeah, everyone's just floating around. They're all out of shape, and they're all like in these like it's the future. It's dystopian future, and they're all fat and just like on their screens. And there's this like poor Wally cleaning up all the waste and craziness around the universe. It's crazy.
That is.
Did you ever see that movie Idiocracy? I'm sure we've talked about this before.
Yeah, I've seen,
Mike
like,
Judge movie.
Bits and pieces of it, but
Yeah.
whenever I would, I feel like Minor would watch that movie a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
That's a good movie.
randomly, like in a hotel. Like I've seen bits and pieces of it because he was watching it
Yeah.
like a couple times.
It's scary how like
Yeah,
they nailed it on some parts, you know.
yeah, we're all just a bunch of fucking monkeys. Just I don't even know, dude.
Tinkering.
Just
maybe?
tinkering. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Trippy, bro.
Who knows?
Let's see. Sweet. Let's see. We already talked about fibro. This is a weird question, but let's just go for it. Come on. How hard is it to compete with West Coast skaters? Do you feel like there's like a thing like that? Is that a thing?
I think less now than before.
Yeah.
With Instagram, like there's like I feel like, you know, just over the years it's like with Instagram, like even like more like European skate, like everywhere it's just more connected, you know.
Yeah.
So it's not even like you're not even like solely like watching like West Coast stuff. You're watching like all
Yeah,
over the world,
it's
like
opened up.
in your hands. So
Everyone
it's not,
can broadcast.
Yeah, I think that's like a old. I think that's like an old way because it was like before it was like you had to go out west to like make your way. Like you had to make a name for yourself and meet everybody in the industry, which is like I feel like you still have to go out there and like meet the industry because that's where it is more or less. But
You can. You don't have
yeah.
to, but you can.
You don't have to, but you meet a lot of people out there. There's like a lot more people out there like in doing the everyday like skate thing. You know,
It's more sunk in the culture there.
Yeah.
It's still new here, sort of. Like, I've seen, just through the skate park alone, I've seen so many people get into skating and, like, see
Yeah.
it grown and people, like, get it. Like,
Mhm.
that's crazy to me to see people get the concept of skating. Because,
Yeah.
like, dude, it was so small for so long.
Yeah,
People
definitely.
didn't, it was our own little
like,
world.
You know, nowadays, like, there's a lot more people that even, like, you know, if you tell them, like, you're a professional skater, like, ask how it works, but they, like,
They
get it, you
accept
know?
it.
Like,
It's
back
not, like,
then, it was, like, you know, I don't know. People were like, what the fuck? Like, what? I don't know.
He smokes weed all day and he skateboards. He
Yeah.
thinks he's pro.
Corrupt and just causing trouble out there, graffiti.
Punks.
Yeah.
Fucking punks.
But I don't think you need to, like, compete with, like, any West Coast skaters or anything.
Yeah.
But
I do think that's a thing. That was a
nowadays
perception.
it's cool, you know. It's like there's, you know, people. It's way more like lenient to where like I think they did used to make it a thing where like if you rode for a company like they wanted you like out there, you know, like.
Yeah.
But nowadays it's like.
We went out there for Birdhouse.
Yeah.
Because it was like, hey, if they live out here, they're in the Mecca and they can just produce stuff.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah,
And we did.
definitely.
We just went out and filmed and
But
skated.
nowadays it's like it's been so blown out with like West Coast skating for so long. It's like nice to see like New York footage or
Yeah.
like, you know, New England shit or Florida or
Yeah.
you know, it's like you're looking at so much shit every day online that if you're only looking at like West Coast spots, shit's boring.
Yeah.
You know, like you
Yeah.
want like your eyes want like some variety.
Yeah.
I think nowadays it's more beneficial to skate anywhere in the world, you know, because it's like then you're like people are seeing like more diverse video part or footage or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So
that was the thing, and I remember people saying that. Like even when we were younger, I was like, it's cool. I always looked at it as like, yo, that'd be sick just to go out there and experience it, you know. But like, yeah, with the technology nowadays, you can do whatever, wherever. You can broadcast anywhere. You can share your videos. If you have a sick crew or you're putting out video parts or whatever, you can like connect and use all that to connect. Whereas before it was like you could only go through certain media, you know, like the magazines, you know, which were bought up by ads, and then the videos, which you have to produce. It's like DIY. People put them out, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't think it matters anymore.
I don't either. Just fucking wherever you're doing something epic, you can put it out.
I do think it was a thing. Like it definitely was. Like I feel like when I first started skating, it was like, oh fucking, you know, it's like,
yeah, definitely.
Gotta go out there and like shoot like photos for like, you know, all the magazines were out there. It was like, it wasn't like Instagram or like Thrasher media. It was like you film for a part and then like the company would put the part out. So
yeah,
you know, it was like to work with their filmer and like,
yeah, it's strange because now everyone has cameras and the cameras are so intense and like people are just like, some people are so good with the technology by themselves that they do some crazy shit and build up followings, and like it's kind of democratized how you can connect with people or whatever. I guess I don't know, but definitely like if you're wherever you are on this planet, if you have a camera and a phone and you can do some cool shit and you want to share that with people, they'll check it out, you know?
Yeah, for
So
sure.
you're not really competing. You don't have to go anywhere unless you want to. And it'd probably be sick if they have a sick-ass skate scene, right? Yeah, that, and there was something else about the East Coast that I was like, the fuck was it? Like an old way of thinking. Go out west. Yeah, I don't think you have to now. You just have to be motivated to do it.
I think like a lot of people were like, oh, well, the winter or something, but it's just like, I don't know, I've lived here my whole life, so it's just, winter is just part of life.
And you can just leave in the winter. You don't have to stay there.
No,
you can just go on a trip. Go to Florida, go to California, and go somewhere. Get away for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
For sure. All right. Do you snowboard or surf, Brandon?
Snowboard a little bit, but just like cruise down the mountain.
You still?
I'm gonna go to that Sumis thing, Colorado.
Really?
Yeah.
Did they invite you, or how's that working out? You just got the invite somehow?
I think like they invite like a lot of the companies, and then like I just like New Balance just wanted me to go.
So what are you gonna do? Just go snowboarding?
It's just like a giant party. I don't even know. It's
really?
like the end of the year thing that they do.
Nice.
And before they call it like the 100K, it was like before it was like all the employees that sold over $100,000.
Oh, I think I remember that.
Yeah, I think you went.
Yeah, we did. We went one time.
It was like fun because you're like on that mountain like snowboarding and shit, you know.
Yeah.
And then they just throw like some blown out like themed party at the end of it, and the amount of like skaters that they have there, and they always have like some like, I don't know, like seen fucking Flavor Flav there one year.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And, like,
Flavor Flav?
Yeah, I think Snoop Dogg went one year. They just get like some
Pound Dog.
It's crazy what they like put into it, you know. But
yeah, that's pretty wild.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go. They give you like free lift tickets and stuff, so I'm just gonna go and like rent a board and go snowboarding.
But you can like carve and stop and all that stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
How long did that take you to learn? Not that long?
Yeah, no, you're strapped in. I mean, once you like figure out how to like
get the edges.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm thinking. It's just like power slide, basically, right?
Yeah, but actually,
heels or something.
Because when I was younger, like my parents, we'd go. My mom like knew somebody that had this like timeshare thing or something, and he didn't use it all the time, so we would use it sometimes.
Yes.
And like skiing, but then like we stopped when I was like, I don't know, like 13, 14 maybe.
You can ski?
Yeah, I started skiing like pretty young. Like I don't know, I was like maybe like 8 or 9. Yeah.
I've never pictured you on skis until right now.
That's like even easier than like snowboarding, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
That seems way
like,
harder. You
really,
can
like,
fuck up both
jump.
legs at the same time, whereas the snowboard you can only fuck up one thing.
The snowboard you can catch edges though, like kind of like throws you.
Yeah, that's
whereas,
what happened.
Like, skiing, like yeah, you can cross over your ski or like whatever, but you're like, you know, like you can maneuver both your, like you can pick them up or like move your ankles or whatever. But yeah, it's funny. I had to do like, my parents put me in a lesson, and I did like half the lesson, and then my dad showed up and he's like, how's it going? And I'm like, pretty easy. I think I can make it down this mountain.
Boring.
So he's like, yeah, like let's go. And then like I got on the lift with him, and like the instructor was like, hey, you know, and I was like on the lift, just like I was like, I'm alright.
Lessons over.
Yeah, it's a joke. And because you just need the like basics how to stop. Like they just teach you like you do this thing called pizza. Yeah, see, you already know.
I only know it from South Park.
Oh well,
they had a funny episode where like pizza, French fry, pizza, French fry.
Yeah, so you already learned.
Well, thank you. I've never been on skis before.
Yeah,
amazing.
And then my brother actually started snowboarding before me, and then like obviously I skated, and I was like, oh fuck it, I can do this. Like, rented a board, we went up. I made it down like this one like whatever like medium.
Black diamond.
No, it was like I think it was blue or something. So it was like the medium. It was like green, blue, and then black. You know. Yeah. So it was like the medium one. Yeah, whatever. I made it down. I was like, oh, this is all right. You know, my brother like, yeah, let's go up here. And then like, dude, I fucking rolled down the whole hill. Like,
really?
We went down this super steep one. I was over it, dude. I was like so out of like, I was like, I can't do this. Like, I don't know how my little brother's doing this right now. And I was like, so fuck that. I'm not going down nothing until I like know how to actually like, because I built up all this confidence just making it down this like first one. You know, I was like, oh, dude, whatever.
It inflated your bubble.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the best ever.
Yeah. And then, but then it was like, all right, I went down like 2 more of those blue ones, and I figured out actually how to like carve and like get on your edge or whatever.
That's what you need the lessons for, babe.
No, you really don't.
You ditched them.
The snowboard was just like whatever. You're strapped in. Like I knew how to like take the lift and like go whatever.
You're probably advanced because you skateboard. I guarantee, like, because you already know how to carve on a skateboard.
Anyone can learn that shit. You're in the snow. You're going down. Like stand up. You go down the hill.
Yeah,
you know,
but stopping is the reckless part. You gotta make or not being able to stop.
Yeah,
is the reckless
but you
part.
just like throw yourself down. You know, you're just like, oh fuck it. Like I'm going too fast. Like I'm just gonna throw around and see what happens. You know, I know how to fall. Like put your hands down. Like, whatever. Or just like I know. You know, you definitely have like some type of feel to like kind of turn naturally. You like know like all right, if I lean this way I'm gonna fall, if I lean that way, and then it's like you just build up. You gotta do it a lot. Yeah, but not even really, I don't think.
Not on a snowboard because you're strapped in on a snowboard.
Yeah.
You're totally strapped
it's like you're just going down snow.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I was thinking skateboarding because on a skateboard you're not strapped in, so you can like fall off that thing a lot.
Yeah, and it's like different. Like you're I don't know, maybe if you're like really know what's going on with your snowboard, your like positioning could be different, but you're like locked into a certain spot, you know, like skateboarding, like you move this way, like you move your feet any which way. Your
like
trucks are too loose or too tight. You get on someone's board that's like too loose, and you're like, even like I'm like, holy shit, this thing is dangerous. Yeah, like, I'm gonna eat shit like dropping in. You know? But Daddy's gonna take a spill. Yeah, he's going down. But those dudes like flying over mountains and shit. I'm not like.
I mean, it's like the BMXers when they get to a point, they're like, whoa, these are so gnarly. Like, what the fuck?
No, yeah, it's ridiculous. But to go down the mountain, it's like. You know, I think anyone could pretty much learn that. Yeah. I also think that, like, with skating, it's like anyone can, like, push down the street eventually. Yeah. You know?
With skating, it's just a matter of time and experience. And, like, if you're actually paying attention when you're trying. Like, some people will get on board and they don't think, they don't take it as serious as they should, and they just eat shit, you know? Yeah. But some people get on and they're like, all right, I gotta learn to balance on this thing. And then they get pushing, they get their balance. But a lot of my lessons is just like remind them like put your toe on, keep your toe on, because some people when they step on the board it's like so hard to just get on it with both feet and stand. Other people can jump right on, you know, but some people they get on and their toes are hanging off and stuff and their heels and they have no like basic structure for a stance, you know. And like I just try to help them to that so I can get people rolling. Because once they're rolling, it's like, all right, now they're kind of off the front side, backside land, like kick turning, like then they're just rolling at the skate park by themselves.
Yeah, I taught my wife how to ski. Like she was like kind of like struggling.
Choo choo.
Yeah.
I picture you like choo choo.
No, I was on my board. I just was like telling her how to like what to do. You know, I was just coaching her down the mountain. Like I hadn't skied for years, and she was making it down. You know, it was
that's sick.
Yeah. Dude, my mom used to ski.
Really?
Dude, Cheryl.
I can see that.
She can blast down those
mountains. I can see that, and I can see.
She gets these like little baby skis. It's so funny. Like,
oh, she got them half ski things?
Yeah, she got the little trick skis, but it's like I think she likes it because you can maneuver a little easier.
Nice. I'm getting a picture of the Westgates on the hill, bro, just bombing down. Some on skis, some on snowboards.
It was sick.
Nice. All right. Enjoy Boy says, how does he set it up for a kickflip?
I put my front foot, like, both feet are perfectly, like, squared up. So, no, like, I don't, like, turn it, you know, like, angle my foot any which way. It's, like, like just square.
Across the board.
Yeah, across the board.
Across
so,
the board,
like, no, like, this way or that way or this or that. They're both, like, pretty much, like, if it's on the tail here, it's, like, pretty much directly in line,
Yeah.
and then I go like a couple inches below the front bolts,
Nice.
and then I just sit really heavy in the back.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just kick out once you pop.
Damn. You're welcome.
Yeah. Pretty easy.
That was a good.
Well, I mean, like,
fucking nailed it.
pretty. I don't know. Once you start jumping around, you figure it out.
What about ollies? Where's the variance? Is there any?
Almost the
Is it
same.
pulled out a
my
little more?
foot's like more like. So my foot's not like well, the kickflip's not all the way across.
Yeah.
It's more like 3/4 of the way across.
Fair enough.
Same thing with the back. It's like almost back and front are like almost exactly the same, and then always like pretty much like front foot like square like almost all the way across. Like my front toes aren't hanging off the other side, but
Yeah.
they're pretty well lined up.
What size board you ride?
Right now an 8,
What size shoe?
7, 7.5.
Interesting. Interesting, people. That was fucking nailed it, Brandon. That was good for you, bro.
For what?
That question, you solid.
Yeah, I handled that. You think he's got it?
Yeah, for sure, dude. He's gonna get the crispy kickflips now. I
Yeah.
mean,
I think the biggest trick is like staying like totally squared up, so like your shoulders too are like everything is like, you know, you're not like facing where
All the
you're
way to
going.
the
You know,
front,
you're like
yeah.
I more or less just look down all the time.
yeah,
Like if you're looking down, like you know when to pop, you know where your feet are. You know, you obviously got to look up to see where you're going, but like
Yeah.
I think if you are mainly focused on like looking down where you're going and like keeping your shoulders squared up, I think that's good for everything.
yeah. I agree. When I do lessons, that's what I say. Like if we're skating down the hallway, I'm like, your body follows your eyesight.
Yeah,
So you
and then
look
like
at-
even
you
if you
see
look
it.
up, you just use your head, not your shoulders.
Yeah,
Because if you're turning everything, like there's no way you can ollie like this. You know,
Yeah.
you're just like body's like wants to go that way versus like stay.
yeah, you got to be across the
place.
board. Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. But yeah, exactly. And like whenever you turn too, if you think about spinning too, you gotta kind of like look over your shoulder and spot where you're gonna turn. You know,
Yeah.
like you'll figure it out. Your body follows your eyesight, so you can't like just freak out and close your eyes and like. I mean, you
Yeah.
can, but isn't that what the after black is? Like, you ever had a trick where you're
Yeah,
just
that
trying
happens
so
to me.
hard?
Happens to me all the time. Because
Yeah.
I almost like
Happens to me all the time.
yeah, no, because like I swear to God, I'm like whenever I'm skating, I'm just like charging, and it's just like, geez, like I can't
It's not.
I
gonna
can't figure this
happen.
out.
It's
Yeah,
not
I'm just
gonna
like
happen.
going, and my philosophy is just like I'm just gonna keep going until I can't go, and like bound to get one.
We're committed at this
Bound
point.
to get
Yeah.
one. Yeah, like if you just don't give up, like you're gonna make something, and then if you don't, you just go back and have the same mindset. So it's like yeah, like a lot of the times, like well, I don't know how I just landed that, but just fuck it. Yeah.
Yeah, those ones are crazy.
Yeah.
Especially if you're trying something that's like, I mean, at that point, you're trying something that's usually a little scary. It's a little beyond. You're like, but I think I got it, and you just go until you fucking make it or don't.
Yeah,
You
'cause, dude,
taste
I'll be like
cranberry color.
skating something for like a long time, and then it'll be like by the time I actually figure out like how to set my feet up, like where exactly to pop, like all of that shit to like make the trick happen. It's like I've like wasted so much energy, you know. I have a problem with like trying to like slow down and kind of like figure it out. I just like get all like excited, and then I'm like worn out.
There's so many variables.
It
though,
almost like
that's
helps
why.
though, because like when I actually start slowing down, it helps a lot. Like a lot of times I go, I'm like at first like going too like I have like too much excitement, or like I'm going too fast, and I can't like control anything of that.
Yeah.
So I'll have to like fucking actually think, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Slow down. or
Slow it
something.
down a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's hard, especially if you're trying something scary or there's variables like security guards or like
Mhm.
fucking traffic or you're just
Yeah,
like
if it's scary, I always go twice as fast, just because I feel like I can kick out, like I'll get to the end of it, or like I'll make it to it, like you know.
Did you see the thing I put on my Instagram? Me and you skating that rail?
Mm-mm.
You didn't see that?
No, when'd you put it
Oh,
on?
do you have your? Actually, I could probably pull it up. I put it up the other night.
And
You don't remember?
no, I haven't been checking it.
Let me pull it up because that was such a fun session. It's kind of talking about what it was. Right? Let's see. I think it's on mine. Yeah, look at me. Remember this one? This was the day we were skating around Boston.
Oh, dude, actually, this was like a. This is kind of like a pinnacle point, like for me. Actually, this session.
Nice.
This is really weird that like you have this up right now. But
Yeah.
after we were skating in New York, and I fucking like broke those things in my back.
Yeah.
That was like the first session like that I actually like went out skating. And dude, I was seriously like terrified like to even jump on. I was like, dude, I'm like I can't skate anymore. Like mentally, like I couldn't get myself to even do anything.
Yeah.
And then you started skating this rail, and I was like, fuck it, like. I have to like get past this point, otherwise I'm gonna be stuck. Like I'm not gonna be able to skate again. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
And then yeah.
What?
Like,
I didn't even
once,
know
and,
that.
and once I tested that, it gave me this weird confidence of like, oh, dude, I'm back. I know how to do this. Yeah. So that was actually like a really
sick day.
very memorable, like exciting day for me.
Yeah, and I remember the day you got worked, dude.
Yeah, I got
that was so
worked.
brutal. What was it again? What was the exact injury?
It was my transverse process. So they're like little nubs on the side of your each one of your like vertebrae.
Yeah.
It's like the way the doctor described it to me was like where your ribs would connect, but it was the second, third, fourth, so it was so low that you don't have like any ribs down there, but you have the little nubs off the side.
Yeah.
And I fractured like the 3 of those, the second, the third, and the fourth.
No,
Which it was actually like best case scenario because it was best worst case. You know, it was like I
you
didn't
took
have
a
to,
slam, bro.
I took a slam, yeah. And then when I looked it up, like how you even break those like little things in there, it was like a lot of them were in like car accidents, so like heavy impact. Like you have to have like a lot of impact in that designated spot to like break those, you know.
That day was so gnarly.
Yeah, freaked me the fuck out, and like I was like never really. I honestly still am like never the same from after that. Like before that, I had some like I felt like I could jump on anything. I never rethought anything. I was like fuck it, like you know I didn't have like a second thought in my mind. And like, ever since then, I was like, dude, like I have this like little thing in the back of my mind. And then yeah, after that session, I like you know kind of got past that like brain, you know, mental like scaredness. I like got past that, but it's like. Still.
I know that feeling, dude.
Yeah.
Because there's a point where you're just like, okay, that was a bad injury. It's going to take a long time. And if you want to get back into it.
It was more just like really like weird and vulnerable. And like, I was just like, damn, I could have like fully like fucking seriously hurt myself. I never really thought like, I was like, before that, I was like not invincible, but I never really even thought of like getting smoked.
You never took that hard of a slam. Yeah. It was coming.
Yeah. It was bound to happen for sure.
I took those
I almost fucking had it too.
Yeah.
And then it was.
What was the trick? Remind me.
I
remember the slam, but I'm trying to think of like.
I think it's that dude like Besario.
Yeah, Nick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He so it was like up a handicap ramp, went flat. There was 4 stairs and then a garage door with a bar, and it was like square to round. There was like a square section that was only like 2 feet, and then it went to a round bar. And he 50-50'd it.
It was a loading dock where like a big tractor trailers come in. They had the round bar, but first was
it was like a garage door. So like
Yeah.
It was like basically blocking those doors. Like in New York, they block doors so no one can like drive through it or whatever the fuck they're doing it for. And you went off the 4th stair and hit the bar going across the garage door.
Yeah,
and I was trying to 5-0.
That was gnarly.
Yeah,
dude,
it was like, you know, like from the ground, the bar was like.
You're going down.
Yeah, I went down.
You're
like,
not.
So I 5-0'd, slipped over the other side, and then hit my thighs, and it pitched me back to the ground, and then I hit my head too, which wasn't that bad.
That was like what? What did you think? Like 4.5 feet, something 5 feet? Because you're like just and you're going straight. You can't really get out of it easy if you go.
If I sacked it, it was like 2 feet from my feet to the ground. You know, so it was like it was a good height. It was 4 stairs up, whatever that is. And then to get on it was like another.
Yeah.
It was.
You had to gap out super fast too. And
yeah,
you were hitting
the
fast, square to the round.
Yeah.
That's what was so gnarly because you were trying to. Some people just skate it to the square part. I think I skated. Was I skating it with you out there?
Yeah, I think you were trying to crook ground it.
Yeah. You went out past where I crooked it.
Yeah,
you were trying to go out of it.
The homie
you had it.
The homie that 50 hit. I was like, damn, dude, that was sick. So I was like, I gotta
Nick,
like.
Right?
Yeah. I was like, I gotta go to the round part, you know?
Let's do this.
Yeah, and then I just ollie too high and missed everything and got pitched.
Straight to the body.
I gotta piss real quick.
Hey, go take a pee pee.
Alright.
No pause. I'm gonna sit here and ramble.
Yeah, ramble to the viewers.
Yeah, this day was sick. It's cool to know that. I don't know. My take of this day was we got a lot done though. Me and Brandon were definitely on one. Because I have other footage I'll have to show him when he gets back. Where this is on my Instagram if you want to check it out too. It was just a solid session, man. It's just one of those ones where like. Is this recording? I think I turned the recording off. Well then. I did pause it. Hang on, people. How do I get out of this thing? Let's see. I gotta save this real quick. We might come back. We might come back. We don't know.
I'm back.
Hold on, I'm gonna stop it real
How'd you
quick.
get that footage?